the night before we if we're doing the back first, I'll focus on the ass to finish it like hopefully what the scaffold part in 2 weeks. And then I just split the cost of the scaffold because it's 1 month rental. And the hope is if somebody else who has a tall house, right? And yeah, Michael hasn't signed the contract because he wants to see if we improve work.
All right, good morning, everybody. Are we on? Okay. Hello.
It's a rowdy morning.
It's like the birds. All right, we're going to do a very gentle practice, appropriate for the day. In our newsletter yesterday, which if you didn't get, tell us later, but Emily wrote a really nice piece about summer and Ayurveda and how to deal with it. This is a season of intensity of heat. I mean, you can feel that and see it everywhere, and it will burn you up if you don't take care. So this practice hopefully will be in the direction of calming and cooling. I'd like you to all have a blanket, which I think everyone in the studio does, and I have a note about the folding of the blanket, which let's just take care of first. I'd like you to fold it so it is in quarters rather than thirds. So it's long ways folded, and then it should have folded in half and folded in quarter. And the reason for that, so if you're at home, we're looking for something that's about this thick, nice and supportive. If you're using a pillow, you might need two. We're going to do something lying on the side, and I want you to lie on the side with this thick enough that your shoulder's not squished, and that your neck can be in good alignment, not dropping down to try to reach the blanket. So a nice little packet of blanket we will use. And we'll also use, if you like, not throughout the whole practice, but from time to time, a cooling inhale breath, which many of you have practiced, but not all. There are 2 options. The first is called Sitkari, and to do Sitkari breath, you tip your tongue up to the top of your mouth, and then you round your lips. And if you breathe in through the lips, you're going to feel that the air is cool. And then you breathe out through your nose. So the inhale is through the curled lips, curled tongue. It's cool. Can you feel the coolness? And then the exhale, you close your lips and breathe out through your nose. That's called Sitkari. For some of you, that will be the only option. Some of you also have the option, depending if you can do it, of curling your tongue longwise, like a straw. You either can do that or you can't genetically. If you can do it, this is another way to breathe the cool breath in. You curl the tongue like a straw and breathe in. And then again, you breathe out through your nose. So either one of those curled tongue, cool inhales will be interspersed from time to time. When you're doing those techniques, if your mouth starts to get dry, you take your tongue and curl it all the way back to the soft palate, the back of your mouth, top. Feel it soft back there. If you put your tongue back there, when you exhale, it'll stimulate salivation and it'll moisten the mouth up. So you want to keep the moist interior of the mouth as for more cooling. And I think that's all I need to say to begin. So I'd like you to please lie down on your back with your head up at the front of the room. Oh, good.
I'm sorry, I forget that I have it.
So I'm going to start by hugging the knees into the chest. If you like to put something behind your head, you can put your blanket if your neck feels a little bit uncomfortable, or if your chin's tilting way up towards the ceiling and the front of the neck feels tight, then put a little blanket under your head. Relax your shoulders and place one hand on each knee with your fingers pointing towards your toes, and relax your elbows and your shoulders. This is a very important asana called Apanasana. It stimulates the Apana Vayu, the energy of elimination. So if we have too much of anything accumulated in the body, we need this. And really this is something that I consider crucial for every single day. So one hand on each knee. Now keep your hands on your knees and straighten your elbows. That's going to move your knees out away from the chest. And check right here that your shoulders are still relaxed. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, close your eyes. I just want you to feel this settled position. Your tailbone's down on the mat, your shoulders relaxed, your neck and face and throat are relaxed. We're going to be breathing through the nose for this, so we'll have the lips gently closed. Take an inhale in this position, slowly letting the breath come in. Then as you exhale, gently bring your knees towards your chest. Your elbows will bend. You'll pull the thighs in towards the belly. Your lower back will flatten down. Relax your shoulders and pause. Then as you inhale, straighten the arms gently. Move the knees back where they started. Pause there. And then exhale again. Pull the thighs gently, slowly in towards the belly. Feel your lower back going down to the mat. Relax your hands, your shoulders, your neck. Inhale, straighten the arms. Float the knees away. Pause. And exhale, slowly pull the thighs in. Pause. Do that 3 more times. Keep it nice and slow. Inhale, knees float out. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Pause. Exhale, pull slowly in. We're going to slow the breath down. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, slowly the knees float away. And a little pause. Check that your shoulders are relaxed. Exhale, draw the thighs back in towards the belly. Relax the shoulders, the neck, the face. Pause. Just 1 more time. Inhale, the knees float out. Pause. And exhale, pull in. Pause. And then lower 1 foot at a time down to the floor. We're going to have the feet in line with the sitting bones, which is about a fist distance apart from each other. Your knees also at about a fist distance apart. So we're not touching, but we're about 4 inches wide. Your thighs should look parallel to each other if you take a peek up at them. Shoulders and neck still relaxed. All right, we're going to do what I'm coming to call the as slowly as possible vinyasa. So 1 thing at a time. You're letting your breath be long, not strained, but nicely lengthened. And we're moving very specifically, just 1 limb at a time, 1 motion at a time. Taking the whole breath to do the simple movement and keeping your pelvis completely still as the centerpiece of all of the movements. So take a moment to settle your attention into the back of the pelvis. Think of water, how water is heavy. Energetically, we associate this part of the body with the water element. So let that sense of heaviness of water drop into your awareness of the pelvis. And water is also malleable and fluid. So although we're going to have the heaviness of the pelvis at the centerpiece here, we also want this to be very smooth. Begin with your arms down at your sides. Take a moment to notice where your left side is, where your right side is. We're doing different variations of combinations of left, right arm, left, right leg. Move as slowly as possible. Feel that settled pelvis and keep the pelvis very still throughout. We'll begin by inhaling the left arm up and back to the floor behind you. Take your time. Let's say we're going to try to make our inhale and exhale 5 or 6 seconds long. Keep your pelvis still as you exhale your right knee towards your chest. As you inhale, extend the right leg up to the ceiling. Unfold the leg over the course of that whole 5 or 6 seconds. And exhale, bend the right knee just as slowly. Take your time. Fill the breath with the movement. Inhale, reach your right foot down to the floor. Take your time, you're not going far, so sit very slowly. Then exhale, the left arm settles back down at your side. We're going to settle the body and take a relaxed breath. Then we'll do the other opposite pair. Inhale, right arm, slowly up and back. Feel your steady pelvis. Exhale, left knee towards the chest. The knee is still bent, you're just bringing the knee in. Then inhale, unfold your leg, reach it up over the course of the whole inhale. Exhale, bend the knee very slowly. Inhale and reach your left foot down to the floor. You've got your whole inhale to do that motion. Exhale, the right arm comes down to the side. Relax the breath, let the body settle. Feel that stability at the back of the pelvis. We'll do the same thing, except now we're doing same side pairs. As slowly as possible with the breath and steady pelvis. Inhale, left arm up and back. Let the movement fill the space of the breath. Keep your pelvis steady as you slowly bring your left knee, this time same side knee, towards the chest. Pelvis is still steady. Inhale, extend the leg up. Take your time reaching it up. And exhale, bend the knee. Your whole exhale just to bend the knee. The inhale brings your foot to the floor. You're really moving slowly now because you're just moving a few inches. Exhale, the left arm comes down to the side. We relax the breath, settle the body. And we have one more repetition with the right side. Inhale, right arm up and back. Keeping the pelvis still. Right knee towards the chest with exhale. Super slow motion. Inhale, unfold the leg, reach the foot up, take your whole inhale to get up there. Then as you exhale, slowly bend the knee. Inhale, we reach the foot to the floor, take your time. Exhale, the right arm comes down to the side. And we relax the breath and settle the body. Eyes closed if possible. Attention inside the body. Settle down. If your shoulders feel tight at all, turn your palms up and take your hands a little wider than your mat. Let the breath relax. Keep the attention inward and settle and release. So while you're resting in this position, I'm going to say a little bit about the next sequence, which is not something I normally do in a yoga class. We're going to do what's commonly known as clamshells. However, I also know them as sailboats. And I want to explain the image to you because it's very fitting for today. So I mentioned that the pelvis is associated with water element, so are the thighs. And we're going to picture, once we get onto our side, the thigh being a body of water. Let's say a calm bay on which is floating a sailboat. And that boat is going to be floating over your knee, on your knee. And when we do the gentle, small, slow lift of the leg with exhale, you're going to think of a swell of a gentle wave coming and floating up underneath the boat, which will rise up. And then on the inhale, it disperses and rests back down. So that the movement's going to have the sense of a gentle swell of a wave. This is not going to be like, how high can I lift my knee here? It's again going to be anchored in the pelvis. And you can actually think of your sailboat being anchored in the pelvis. So that, yes, it floats, but it's not floating away. And we're having that center, that steady centerpiece as we do this fluid, slow motion. So here's where I'd like you to take your blanket, which you folded up in quarters, and turn onto your left side. You can keep your head up this direction. Just turn to lie on your left side with that folded up blanket underneath your head. And hopefully the position of the blanket will allow your left arm to just kind of rest forward. You can stretch it out in front of you. Another possibility, if that's not comfortable, is to bend your left arm and just let your left hand rest on your right shoulder. That for some of you might be better. These are going to be bent in whatever angle is most comfortable. So I'm going to just move your head back. So not hold up in this. Can you stay there?
Yeah.
That's comfortable. Now your top arm, you could put your hand on your pelvis if that's comfortable, on your waist, or you can just rest your arm on your top side. We really do want to make the neck as comfortable as possible and the shoulders as comfortable as possible. Do think of stacking the shoulders up one on top of the other and stacking the hips up. Now close your eyes if they're not closed, if that feels okay for you. Take a moment to think of your thigh as that tranquil bay with just a nice, gentle body of water. And then place a little sailboat on your knee. Take a slow inhale, and then keeping your pelvis very still with your exhale, float the boat up on the swell of the wave. So the knee's going to lift a little bit, just the knee, not the foot. And then on your inhale, it floats back down just as slowly. So you're just riding on the swell of this wave. Again with the exhale. Feel the wave swell and the boat floats up. And then on the inhale, it settles back down. The pelvis stays totally still as you do this, so don't let your pelvis rock back. Again, with the exhale, you float the knee up. Yeah, good. And inhale down. Now, it might feel like you're not doing that much, but you're going to start to feel it in your right buttock. Exhale slowly up, like you're floating that boat on the wave. And inhale, just as slowly, bring it down. We'll do that twice more. Exhale, the boat floats up and floats back down as the wave subsides. Last time, float up and float back down. Now we're going to stay here, relax the breath for a moment, let the body settle. Notice if any tension was building up in your bottom leg. If so, consciously release that. If the muscles in the right buttock were getting tired, soften there. Check that your neck and shoulders are comfortable. Relax as much as possible. Keep the attention inside the body. We're going to do one more set. So return to that image of the thigh being like a tranquil body of water. Put the little sailboat on your knee. Take a slow inhale, no rush here. And exhale, float the boat up on the swell of the wave. And inhale, let it settle back down just as slowly. So we're really going with the breath. When you exhale, you're stabilizing the pelvis as you float the boat up. And then inhale, the wave subsides and the knee floats back down. Nice and fluid in the hip joint. Exhale, slowly float up. And inhale, settle back down. I ask you to please do that 3 more times on your own. Stay with the watery image, the fluid image, the floating. Beautiful. Once you're finished, settle. Relax the breath. Let the body sink down towards the floor. I'm going to go from here into a twist. Now, I just want to say if you're having any sacrum discomfort, which would be a tug at the back of the pelvis, then I would like you to bring your blanket down and put it between your knees for the twist. If the sacrum is not an issue for you, then you can take take your choice of twist, including, if you want the biggest twist here, you can extend your right leg straight out in front of you and reach straight out in front of you and reach down with your left fingertips, grab a hold of that foot or that leg. And if you don't want to do such a big twist, then you keep it smaller. You can remove the blanket from behind your head and then open your right arm out to the side. We're actually going to stay for 12 breaths here, so let me run out to the floor. Yeah, he's probably like, yeah. Now I'm actually going to count and help you with the breath here. So we're going to inhale about 5 seconds, and then exhale about 5 seconds. Inhale, slow breath in, and exhale. See if you can breathe with me. Inhale for 5, and exhale for 5. Inhale, and exhale. Keep releasing that right shoulder towards the floor. Inhale, and exhale. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're about halfway done. Make any adjustments if you like. Inhale. And exhale. Release a little bit more. Gently on the inhale, feel those right ribs expanding. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Stay with it for 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. And one final time. Inhale. Exhale. And then relax the control of the breath. We're going to turn slowly onto the back. You can have the blanket behind your head or not. We'll draw the knees into the chest. Give them a gentle hug while relaxing the breath. Soften your shoulders. So research has shown that the optimal breath length is actually 5.5 seconds. That's how the body functions best, which is why I landed on that number. So if you can, without straining in your practice, breathe 5 or 6 seconds. You're getting your body into a nice rhythm at which the breath is most conducive to healing and support of the body. Take a moment and place your feet down on the floor and settle here, relax. Let the breath breathe itself, which does not mean that we always have to breathe 5 seconds. There are times when it's definitely, you just let the breath breathe itself. There are times when we breathe more slowly than that, but today we're trying to be very moderate. We'll take that sequence of the sailboats and the twist on the right side. So turn towards the right. Find your folded blanket underneath your head so that your neck and shoulders are comfortable. Knees comfortably bent. Stack the shoulders up. So watch this. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Once you're situated, if possible, close your eyes. Tune into the image. Think of the qualities of water. Imagine the thigh as a calm body of water and a little boat floating on your knee. And we're going to let those swells be very gentle, so the movement is not as big as possible, but the pelvis is as still as possible. Start by a slow inhale. Then with your exhale, float the boat gently up, keep your pelvis still. And then inhale, let the waves subside. Again, as you exhale with the pelvis anchoring you, the wave swells and the boat rises up. And then inhale, the wave subsides and the boat settles back down. Exhale, slowly floating the boat up. And inhale, allowing it to come back down. We do that 3 more times. Keep the breath slow and conscious, never strained, but lengthened. Inhale, settle back down. Exhale, slowly the wave swells, the boat floats up, and then it floats back down on inhale. 1 more time. Exhale, floating. And inhale, settling. And we're going to take a pause. Relax the breath. Soften any tension in the bottom leg or in the left buttock. Relax as much as possible. Check that your shoulders and neck feel comfortable. Feel free to reposition. We'll do 1 more set of 6. So reconnect with the image. Think of that watery image, fluid. It has some substance, but it's very malleable. You can inhale before you move, and then exhale. Feel the waves swell and the boat float up. And inhale, it settles back down. Again, exhale, float. And inhale, settle. Exhale, watching the swell of the wave. And watch it subside on the inhale. And do 3 more like that on your own. Stay tuned in. Keep the breath long and comfortable. Smooth. Continue anchoring the pelvis. Keep that pelvis still. You're all on your own count. So when you've completed those 3 on your own, relax the breath, let the body settle. And then we're going to prepare for our 12 breaths in the twist. I'm counting for you, so you can just bring your attention into the experience of the body and watch the breath. So again, if you're having any tugging in the sacrum, I suggest putting your folded blanket between your knees. Otherwise, you can do any twist variation you like, including extending your top leg straight out in front of you and grabbing as close to your toes as possible if you want a big, big stretch. In all cases, we'll take the left arm out to the side. You can probably get rid of your blanket, but that depends on your body. And if it's comfortable, you turn your face to the left. Now we're going to settle into 5-second inhale and exhale. Inhale for 5. And exhale for 5. Inhale. And exhale. On inhale, we're feeling gentle expansion in the left side of the body. On the exhale, we gently pull the belly towards the spine, probably more gently than we would do it on a usual day. Inhale for 5. And exhale for 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're halfway done. You can make any adjustments if necessary. Stay with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. One adjustment that you may like is to turn your head a little farther left if that happens. Inhale. Exhale, gently engaging the belly. Inhale. Exhale, settle the shoulders, relax the face. 2 more breath cycles. Slowly in. Gently and completely out. And last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good, then release the control of the breath. If your top leg is straight, bend it and then roll onto your back. You can have the blanket behind your head or not, whatever feels most comfortable. And bring the knees into the chest and do a gentle hug of the knees. Relaxing the neck, the shoulders, the face. And slowly bring the feet down one at a time so that you're resting the feet on the floor in line with your sitting bones. We'll turn the palms up, take the hands wider than the mat. Open the shoulders. Close the eyes if possible. Relax the breath. Bring the attention inside the body. Settle. Be present. Observe. I'm going to bend your knees. Soften the hips and the shoulders. Relax in the neck and the face. Body settling. Breath breathing. Good. Gently and slowly open the eyes. And gently and slowly roll to one side in preparation for coming onto hands and knees position. So we're going to turn to the right and take a moment there if you like. As you're ready, we move on to all fours. Hands will be lined up underneath your shoulders and knees under the hips. We're going to do Chakravartasana. Gentle movement of the spine. It's basically the all fours version of Apanasana, which you did on your back. So don't try to make too much of this. Notice what it is. It's really a movement of the spine. If you like here, you can add the cool inhale. So if you like, you're going to curl the tongue. Or you can keep breathing through your nose if that's better. And inhale, Breathe the breath in through the tongue. Lift your breastbone gently forward so it's like your heart is looking at the front wall. Then, tongue in the mouth, exhale, tuck your tail and move your hips back towards your heels. Soften your elbows immediately as you start to move back. Relax your neck. Feel the spine lengthened in the back. Then curl the tongue if you like and inhale, come up onto hands and knees. Drawing the breastbone gently forward. So we're opening the front of the body subtly, gently. Then exhale through the nose, tuck your tail, relax your elbows, hang your head down. So you're going to get that stretch at the back of the neck and the lower back. Inhale through the curled tongue, come up onto hands and knees, opening the front body. Exhale through your nose, tucking your tail, softening your elbows and your shoulders, hanging your head down to stretch the back of the body. 3 more times. Cool inhale, up onto hands and knees. Gentle exhale through the nose as you move your hips back to your heels, tucking the tail, dropping the head, softening the elbows. 2 more times. Cool inhale, opening the front body. Gentle exhale, stretching the back body. And 1 final time. Inhale, cool breath, stretching the chest forward and up. Exhale, tucking the tail, long complete exhale, softening the elbows. And stay there for a moment, relax the breath. If your head's not touching the floor, stack your hands up underneath your head or grab your blanket. Relax the neck, settle here. Again, attention is inside the body, trying to find as much release and comfort in the body, presence as the breath breathes itself. Okay, now bring the hands forward again if they're under your head. Have your elbows soft. With an inhale through the nose, we're going to lift the hands off of the floor and stand up tall onto your knees. Lift the hands off the floor, stand up tall onto the knees. Then as you exhale, bring your arms down to your sides. We're going to take just a moment here, feeling the head above the heart, relaxing the shoulders. In preparation for coming up into standing. As you're ready, we slowly bring yourselves upright to standing samasthiti at the back of the mat. Taking a gentle forward bend. There's a few instructions here, so I'm not going to add the verbal instruction to breathe through the tongue. If you want to use this Kari or Shitali breath, the cool inhale, feel free. If it's too much, then skip it. So I'm not going to say it, but you're welcome to inhale through the tongue if you like. We're doing a forward bend with one arm at a time. So I'm going to start with the right hand resting behind the back. You can put it on your sacrum or behind the lower back, whatever your shoulder feels good with. Find a soft, steady gaze forward. And then as you inhale, float your left arm forward and up. We're moving the arm slowly in time with the breath. With the exhale, gently bend yourself forward. Please do not reach towards the floor. Just hang down there. Relax your neck, relax your arm. I'm going to stay down there and inhale. You may or may not touch the floor. That's not the important motion here. Stay here and exhale. Feel yourself dropping a little closer to the floor. Then as you inhale, extend your left arm to the front of the room. Then open your chest and bring yourself all the way up, finding your gaze point. With your exhale, we release both arms down to the sides. Soften. Take a relaxed breath. And then we place the left hand gently behind the back and do the other side. Inhale, right arm forward and up, keeping the gaze point. So no striving here at all. We're just going to exhale, fold down, soften, be where you are, wherever your hand is, let it be there. Relax the neck, stay while you inhale. Stay while you exhale, relax the neck and head and shoulder a little bit more. Then as you inhale, float your right arm forward to the front wall, open the breastbone. When your arm's around your ear, you're going to bring yourself all the way up. Keeping your gaze point, we exhale, release both arms down to the sides, soften the shoulders. Take a relaxed breath. Right hand will rest behind the back. Inhale, left arm forward and up. Slowly bend down with exhale. Not trying to reach for anything. We're just dropping down into gravity, letting the arm hang wherever it hangs, letting the head be heavy. Stay while you inhale slowly. Exhale gently. Try to look towards the back wall so you're tucking your chin under a little bit. Then inhale, left arm comes forward, opening up the breastbone, rise to the top. Connect with your gaze point. Exhale the arm down slowly. Keep following the breath. Relax both arms at the sides. Take a relaxed breath. Left hand is coming behind the back. Inhale, right arm forward and up. Slow, gentle exhale, hang down. Relax neck and shoulder. Gazing towards the back wall. Let the breath come in slowly. Notice when you exhale, you probably drop a little closer to the floor. Don't try to do it, but just observe that's what happens. Then inhale, right arm comes forward, opening the breastbone, lift up to the top. Finding your gaze point, lowering the arm down, relaxing both arms at the sides for a relaxed breath. We're going to do one more set. Right hand comes behind the back. Inhale, left arm forward and up. Exhale, fold down easy. Relax the neck, hang down. Stay and inhale. Stay and exhale. Notice you probably drop a little closer to the floor. Then inhale, left arm floats forward, breastbone is open, you lift up. Find your gaze point. Exhale, lower the arm. Relax both arms to the sides. Take a relaxed breath with a soft, steady gaze. Last one, left hand behind the back. Inhale, right arm forward and up. And bend down slowly with exhale. Release the neck, relax the shoulder. Hang. Stay and inhale. Stay and exhale. Then inhale, right arm floats forward. You open the breastbone, lift up to the top. And exhale, lower the arm. Both arms relaxed at the sides. Relax the breath. Soft, steady gaze, or if it's more relaxing to close your eyes, feel free to do that. Attention stays in the body. If your eyes are closed, please open them. We're going to do a triangle and really not striving. We're not going to do a classic Iyengar triangle at all. We're going to emphasize the sides of the body and not trying too hard. So it's an inhale, just watch please. It's an inhale. So with exhale, I'm not going to reach anywhere. I'm just going to bend. I put my hand around the knee, and I'm not leaning into my hand. I could just as easily not be touching my knee. It just happens that my hand falls here. Then I'm going to inhale and turn and look up. Exhale, turn and look down. Float back up. Arms down. So like not trying to touch the floor, not doing anything strong with the shoulders. You will get a nice side bend, but breathe is the most important part here. So turn, take a and actually make the stance itself moderate, so wider than hips, yes, but not too wide. Maybe 3 feet wide. pelvis is facing forward, front of the body is facing forward. We're not reaching down so far that your breastbone has to turn towards the floor, which is often what happens if you go down your leg too far. Your breastbone is going to face the wall in front of you the whole entire time. So, place your hands on your hips. Rotate the left leg out in the socket. Keep your belly button facing forward. So, if turning your foot all the way to 90 makes you turn your navel, don't turn quite that far. Just turn out as far as you can. Whole front body is facing forward and relax your arms down. The other thing we're not doing is shifting the hips over to the side. Emily, can you do that? So not doing this. Your hip is going to shift a little bit when you side bend, but we're not, sometimes that's an instruction, like shifting the hips one way and the other. We're not doing that. Okay. So you're really just concentrating on keeping your legs stable and the stretch coming into the upper body. And your shoulders relaxed, even though your arms are going to be lifted. Okay. Soft, steady gaze. Inhale, float the arms wide. If you keep your fingertips in your peripheral vision, that will help your shoulders relax. Exhale. Gently bend towards your left leg without reaching. Just pull down. You're going to notice your hands around your knee. Touch gently and then inhale, turn and look up at the ceiling. And exhale, turn and look down at the floor. Then inhale, lift yourself back up. Your arms come nice and wide. The chest is open to the front wall. Exhale, bring your arms down. If you notice that your right hip is sticking out to the right a little bit, draw it underneath you. Relax your shoulders. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, float the arms wide. See your fingertips in your peripheral vision. Exhale, side bend. We're going to the left again. Hand is gently near the knee. Breastbone is open to the ceiling. Turn and look up. Exhale, turn and look down. Your chest is still facing the wall in front of you. And inhale, float up to the top. Arms comfortably wide, fingertips in the peripheral vision. Exhale, arms down. Draw the right hip in, lift up tall through the spine as you take a relaxed breath. Do that 1 more time. Inhale, float the arms. Easy shoulders, see your fingertips in your peripheral vision. Exhale, gentle side bend. Hand's going to end up near the knee. Don't put a lot of weight into that hand. Inhale, turn and slowly look up. And exhale, slowly look down. Inhale, float up. Exhale, arms come down to the sides. We're going to unrotate the left leg and step to the center for a moment. Lining up the feet with the sitting bones. Finding a steady, soft gaze. Feeling the feet rooting down. Observing inside the body. You may feel slightly crooked, that's okay. Relax and settle. And now we'll take the other side. Again, legs comfortably wide. Maybe about 3 feet. So not by any means as wide as possible. Just a little wide in the hips. Put your hands on your pelvis. Keep the pelvis still. Rotate the right leg out in the socket with your belly button still facing forward, your breastbone still facing forward. And relax your arms down. Soft shoulders. Soft, steady gaze. Long breath, yes, but no strain in the breath. So lengthen, but don't strain. Inhale, float the arms comfortably wide. See your fingers in your peripheral vision. Exhale, bend down without reaching. Just see where your knee ends up. Your hand ends up. It's going to be near your knee somewhere. Then we inhale. Take your whole inhale to slowly turn the head. Changes the stretch. Exhale, slowly turn and look down. Changes the stretch. Inhale, float up, arms wide, shoulders soft from your ears. Exhale, arms down to the sides. Take a relaxed breath. Inhale, float the arms. Easy shoulders. Exhale, side bend to the right, breastbone is forward. Inhale, slowly look up. Exhale, slowly look down. Inhale, lift, float up to the top. pelvis, soften the shoulders. Arms down, and your whole exhale to lower the arms. Then you take a relaxed breath. One more time. Inhale, let the arms wide. See your fingertips in your peripheral vision. Exhale, side bend to the right. Belly button, breastbone facing forward. Your whole inhale to turn your head and look up. And your whole exhale to turn your head and look down. Then inhale, float up, recenter yourself, soften your shoulders. Take your whole exhale to lower the arms down, like you're swimming through water. Relax. Unrotate the right foot, and step back into the center, still facing next to the same direction. Let the breath breathe itself for a moment. We're going to go into a wide-legged forward bend and stay for 6 breaths. Please do whatever arm variation feels best. Some of you may like to rest your hands on your backs, or the hands can go on the back legs. You could be holding your elbows. Your hands might touch the floor in front of you. Do whatever relaxes your shoulder. If you're going for the floor, don't reach for it. Only go for the floor if you can easily touch it without trying to reach for it. And if you want to have your arms down but you don't touch the floor, try holding your elbows so you can feel that pull of gravity down without reaching. Okay, so let's again take the legs comfortably wide. I'm going to count the breath for you, and I'm going to count the length of the breath and the number of breaths so you can focus on keeping that breath smooth. We'll inhale, arms float out and up. And we exhale, hold down. Place your hands wherever it works best for you. Relax the neck and the shoulders, wherever your arms end up. And then inhale for 5. And exhale, release the head. Again, inhale. And exhale, feel the tug of gravity down. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Stay with that slow inhale. And exhale. Feel the gravity as you're dropping down without reaching. Inhale. Exhale. Final breath. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale, arms float out to the sides and up. Take your whole exhale to lower the arms out and down. Relax the breath. Step the feet together. Take a moment here. Settling, relaxing. Stay present, attention inside the body. And then moving slowly, please lie down on your back. Head up towards the front wall. We're going right into Aptanasana. Feel free to use support behind your head. If you have that blanket folded up in corners, probably half is better for when you're lying on your back. You don't need quite so much space there. So feel free to use support behind the neck or not, but have the height of the pillow or blanket be in a good place you can relax your neck. So we'll begin with the knees into the chest, 1 hand on each knee. And as we did before, on your knee and straighten your elbows. In this position, relax your shoulders, relax your face, close your eyes if possible. Then we're going to stay here and slowly inhale. And then exhale, gently pull the thighs to the belly. And then inhale, straighten the elbows. And exhale, pull the thighs into the belly, relax the shoulders. Take a small pause. Inhale, arms straight, knees rock away. Pause. Exhale, gently draw the thighs back into the belly, relax shoulders, face. Pause. Do that 3 more times on your own. We're going to move into Shavasana, final relaxation. If you want to do a little bit more Apanasana, you're totally welcome to do a few more breaths like that if that's feeling good. You might also choose to just hug the knees in and keep them in. If there's something that your body wants to do before settling into relaxation, feel free to do that. And then as you're ready, get yourself set up in a relaxed, comfortable position. You might choose to use support behind the head or behind the backs of the knees. Behind the backs of the knees, especially if your lower back doesn't feel comfortable. Since the floor is nice and cool, I suggest taking advantage of that by turning your palms up and taking your hands wider than your mat. Feel the way that opens your shoulder blades and allows the chest to soften. Take your time settling into the relaxation. It's often helpful to get yourself in position. Breathe there for 30 seconds or so and then see if there's anything that needs adjusting. Optimally, we get ourselves in a comfortable enough position that we can be still for the length of the relaxation. Once you're settled, you're settling the attention into the body, watching the breath, being aware of the stillness and the slight movement of the breath. Drawing your mind back into this moment of release. Whenever it wanders away, gently remind it back. Observe the body, observe the breath. feel free to remain as you are, but I also invite you, if you like, for the last minute or so, last couple of minutes of Shavasana, to cup your hands gently over your eyes. So you would like the palms not touching the eyeballs, but the rim of the palm gently touching the rim of the eye socket. And feel the coolness of the hand, if it's cool. Observe the darkness and feel that gentle relieving of tension sense around the eyes. Just stay with that for a few more relaxed breaths. And now keep your eyes closed. Slowly remove the hands and let them rest back down on the floor or on the chest or the belly. Relax the face. We'll gently begin to lengthen the breath in preparation for finishing the relaxation. Draw a slow, full breath in. And guide a slow, complete out breath. And as you're ready, move the body very subtly and gently into a stretch with your arms overhead. Let your fingers and your toes reach away from each other. You may like to press your back down into the mat when you exhale there. And then relax the arms. Perhaps you'll hug your knees, or if your back's feeling okay without that, then you just gently turn to the right side. Take a moment when you're ready to open your eyes. Push yourself slowly up into a seated position. Find whatever comfortable position you like with your sit bones supported, your spine lifted. We'll work with the cool inhale, either Sitkari or Shitali, whichever one you prefer. If you know alternate nostril exhale and want to add that, go ahead and do that. I'll just guide the Shitali, but you may add alternate nostril exhale beginning with left side if you want to add that. Hands just comfortably resting on your legs or your lap, whatever feels good. Shoulders relaxed, spine lifted, eyes closed. And we'll curl the tongue and let the breath come slowly in, like you're sipping in a cool breath. For the exhale, the tongue goes in the mouth and you breathe slowly out. So we do want it to be long, but no strain. And notice that your shoulders drop when you exhale. Then curl the tongue again and inhale. Feel the cool stream of breath coming in. Take the moment to relax the mouth and then exhale slowly through the nose. Continue on your own. The inhale is cool through the curled tongue. either technique you prefer, either with the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, with the tongues rounded like a straw, or the tongue rounded like a straw, if you can do that. As you're ready to release the pranayama, and if you're using the nostril technique, you want to have the final exhale be through the right side. But as you're ready, we're going to transition into a time of silence. We have a couple more minutes, so if you want a little bit more pranayama, you can continue for a few more breaths. When you're ready to move into meditation, take a moment to check the posture. Feel that your sitting bones are still rooting downward, your spine is still gently lifted, and your shoulders relaxed. Then we completely relax the control of the breath. The breath will keep breathing. We watch it breathe. If the mind moves out, as soon as you notice that, you draw it back in. As simple as that. Watch the breath come in, watch it go out. As we prepare to move out into the day, we'll take a moment to place the elements in the body. Since I referred to the location of the water element, we'll feel where all the rest of them are. As you're ready, slowly move your hands and let them come to rest on the very top of the head. This is the domain of space element, Akasha. Most subtle of the elements. Can't see it or taste it or touch it, but we can sense it. And the space element is dominant in the head and the neck, in the body. And we'll slowly bring the hands down to rest on the chest. This is the seat of air element. Not quite as subtle as space, we can feel it. Air element allows mobility, movement. It allows connection between people and other beings. The seat of air element is the heart, the shoulders, the hands. Bring the hands to rest on the navel. The belly is where fire exists in the body. This is where digestion happens, transformation. Heat. Bring the hands to rest on the thighs, the pelvis and the upper leg, water element. This is the seat of creativity, both of the procreation sort and all other sorts. It has some substance to it and still quite a lot of malleability, a lot of possibility here. And then if you can, bring your hands down to the feet. If you're seated in a chair, you can go for the knees. And the lower part of the leg is the seat of earth element. Stability, solidity. So if we need to feel more grounded, attention goes to the feet. Connection with the earth. And then finally, we'll bring the hands to meet in front of the heart center. Base of the thumbs resting at the base of the sternum. This is the non-physical place within the physical body where the Purusha, the self, exists. When we greet each other with Namaste, we are acknowledging that peace in ourselves and in each other. Namaste. Thank you all. Have a beautiful, cool, quiet day. No pushing today. I am going to the Adirondacks, so no class Wednesday, tomorrow, or Thursday, or nothing on Friday. Pilates will happen on Saturday with Teresa, and then our regular schedule will be back next week. So thank you all for coming. I do hope that you heed the elements here and keep it cool, calm, and quiet as possible today. And again, if you didn't get the email that we sent yesterday, we sent a newsletter out. If you didn't get it, you might check in your spam or check with us, but I think most of you are on the list, and same thing with you out in the ether. I would definitely recommend reading the bit about Pitta. Okay, thanks all.